Okay, this is lesson practice 10 in unit 3, working with circles. We have practice problems to work on, so I want you to try some of these problems, pause them, and then hit play again to check your own work and take good notes. We have a circle circumference is approximately 76 centimeters. Determine each of these measurements and show or explain your thinking. So looking at number 1, it says the length of the diameter of a circle. So since we're given the circumference, we can do circumference is pi d. We are going to replace our circumference with the 76 centimeters. And then to solve for d using our equation work, if d is being multiplied by pi, we're going to divide out that coefficient on both sides. And we get d is equal to pi divided by itself is 1. 1 times d is d. 76 divided by pi would be our exact answer. Sometimes they want exact answers where that you can leave pi in your answer. We're going to go ahead and do 76 divided by pi. And we're going to go ahead and round to 1 decimal place this time, 24.2. So the diameter is approximately 24.2 centimeters. On a ruler, you would be able to get 0.2 because it's 2 millimeters. Okay, number 2, it says the length of the radius of the circle. So if we know the diameter, the radius is the diameter divided by 2, or half the diameter. All we have to do is plug in our diameter value of 24.2 and divide it by 2, which gives us a radius of 12.1 centimeters. And lastly, we have the area of a circle. The area formula is area is equal to pi r squared. So we're going to square this 12.1 and multiply it by pi. If we just square the number, we're going to get 146.41 pi. That would be the more exact answer with pi in your answer. If we go to work it out and just do that value divided by our pi symbol, we get 459.96. And our units are centimeters squared because area, again, is square units, it's coverage. Okay, on to question number 4. It says the metal rim of a magnifying glass measures 10 centimeters. So again, the rim, they're referring to circumference. So the circumference is equal to 10 inches. Around. What is the area of the surface of the glass? So we're trying to find area here. We're going to need radius. To get radius using circumference, we're going to have to get the diameter first. Using our formula, C equals pi d. 10 equals pi d. Our diameter is going to be 10 divided by pi. And then to get our radius, we need half of that. So 1/2 times 10 over pi, multiplying our numerators and denominators, we're going to have the radius is 10 divided by 2 pi. Okay, on to getting our area formula for r squared times pi, or pi r squared. We're going to square this whole radius, which is the 10 over 2 pi, all squared times pi. And remember on your calculators that you are going to need to use the alpha y equals button to make sure that you're not doing 10 divided by 2 and then times pi. We want to make sure that all of the numerator is done and all the denominator is done, because that is order of operations. So we're going to have opening parenthesis, alpha y equals 10, down arrow, 2 pi, right arrow out of there, and closed. square that number, enter. Okay, but then we're going to multiply it by pi. So out to 2 decimal places, we have area is equal to 7.96 inches squared. Okay, question 5 is a little more challenging because they want us to determine the area of the shaded region, which is just this donut piece. So to get the area of that shaded region, we're going to have to get the area of the smaller circle and subtract that area from this outer circle, which is much larger. So we're told that this inner circle is an area of a circle with a radius of 5 units. And if we go out 2 more units here, then we know that the radius of the larger circle is 7 units. So we're going to have area is equal to 5 squared pi for the smaller one. And the area of the larger circle is going to be 7 squared pi. And then we have to take the difference. Obviously, the larger circle, okay, the one that has this radius here, r is 7, you're going to have to take that and subtract the smaller area here so that we can get just the area in between those 2 circles. So our area of this shape is going to be 49 pi minus 25 pi. Okay, 7 squared is 49 and 5 squared is 25. Since they both have pi, we can do 49 minus 25, which is 24 pi. Now again, that would be our exact answer for the area of this shaded region. If we want to approximate that, we're just going to do 24 times pi. So 24 second pi, enter. And we get a difference of, let's go with 1 decimal place here, 75.4. And we're just told units here, so we're just going to write units squared. Okay, on to question 6. It says the circumference of a circle is 30 pi centimeters. So now even the circumference is given as 30 pi. What is the area of the circle? And we're given some choices there. So I'm going to start with area is equal to pi r squared. And we're told the circumference is 30 pi. So if we know the circumference is 30 pi, the diameter would be 30 pi divided by pi, which means then the radius would be 30 pi divided by 2 pi, because you would have to take your diameter and divide by 2 or multiply by 1/2. So this is our radius, and we're going to plug it right into our formula, and we'll put that pi at the end. So we're going to do radius squared. So we're going to have 30 pi divided by 2 pi, all squared, times pi. If I do 30 pi divided by 2 pi, okay, pi divided by pi is 1, and 30 divided by 2 is 15. So I'm going to have 15 squared times pi. Area is equal to 15 squared. 15 squared is 225 pi. That would be our exact answer. And that coincides with C. Okay, on to question number 7. Here we have two circles. The diameter of the smaller circle is 4.5 centimeters. So remember, diameter is all the way across here. And we're told that's 4.5, which means then we can solve for the radius by taking half of that. And in the larger circle, the diameter is 6 centimeters. So that means the radius here is going to be half of that, which is 3. So calculate the difference in the areas of the two shaded regions of the two circles. Show or explain your thinking. So we're going to have to get the area of each of these and then take their difference. The radius here, 4.5, half of that is 2.25. So the area is going to be 2.25 squared pi. Okay, that's giving me 5.0625 pi. I'll leave it like that for now and then go on to this one. This one, r is 3, so our area is 3 squared pi, and 3 squared is 9, so 9 pi. And then I have to take their difference, so I have to do 9 pi minus 5.0625 pi. And we get 3 Oh, we can't do this just yet. We only have 3/4 of the circle there. We don't have a full circle. It's not all shaded. So we're going to have to take 3/4 of 9 pi, because we have 3/4 of that. So we're going to have to do 3/4 times the quantity 9 pi. So we only have 3/4 of it. So 3/4 of 9 is 6.75 pi. Okay, that makes a big difference. So we didn't have the full circle there. It looks like a full circle, but we're only comparing the shaded regions. So this is going to be 6.75 minus the 5.0625. So if we do that math, we're going to get 1.6875 pi as our final answer for the difference. Okay, so be careful. If you have half a circle, whenever you finish your area formula, you're dividing by 2. In this case, we had 3/4 of it, so we're taking 3/4, or doing 0.75 times the full area of the circle. Okay, down below we have a spiral review. I think it's a good review for our unit test coming up, so let's do that one as well. If we have the radius to diameter relationship is times 2. So 12 times 2 would make the diameter 24 inches. If we're working backwards here and the diameter is 12, well, that means that the radius is 6. And here we don't have the diameter or the radius yet, so we'll have to go all the way up to circumference. The circumference of a circle is pi d. So if I have this value, I am multiplying by pi. So this is 24 pi. This is 12 pi. But here I'm working backwards, so I'm going to be dividing by pi. So this is 12 divided by pi. And then the radius would be half of that. So instead of 12 divided by pi, we're going to have 12 divided by 2 pi, which is then just 6 pi. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and it's still going to be divided by pi. So we just reduced this part of our answer with the 6 pi. Or, half of 12 divided by pi is 6 divided by pi. Okay, working across this way, area, it's hard to get it from circumference. These are all linear and proportional. When we go to the area of a square, we're coming all the way to a radius and squaring it. So we're going to do 12 squared pi, which is 144 pi. This is going to be 6 squared pi. So 6 times 6 is 36. This is 36 pi. And 6 divided by pi is approximately 1.91 squared pi, which then is approximately 3.65 pi. Okay, these are all of your notes. You're going to have to go into Amplify and enter in your answers for credit.